Hello, 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 I'm Ruby Burrito, and welcome to today's video. It's gonna be the first of the month tomorrow, and so I'm gonna be doing a project update. If you are new, I have been working on, originally it was going to be 3 sets of legendary armor. It's been 2.5 years now, so this was before Secrets of the Obscure came out, or it was even announced that I had started this project. So I was planning on doing a World v World, PvP, and a raid set of legendary armor. Now it's 4 sets, and I have included the Obsidian set in there. And like I said, it's been over 2.5 years now, give or take, and we are getting pretty close. So I have an Excel file where I have been tracking everything. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So what we're going to be recording is 6:30 compared to 7:31. This is the data that I used when we were starting our conversation at the beginning of July. This is going to be where we're at before the beginning of August. So the biggest change that you're going to see already is that we finished the tier 4 crafting material. So vials of thick blood, heavy bones, sharp claws, luminous dust, sharp fangs, smooth scales, engraved totems, and full venom sacs. Those are all completely done. So now we're just down to tier 6 and tier 5. Didn't make a whole lot of progress here. You can see I got, what is that, 18? So not a ton. Here we got a couple, we got more, almost 200. Or actually a little bit more than 200. Going to be the theme going down with all of these. So we are still planning on using volatile magic to bridge that gap. We should be able to, even with what we have right now, if I consumed all my difluorite crystals, I would be able to hit what I need for these because of how close I am already. So the only concern would be the tier 6s, but I should be able to tier up with some extra spirit shards if I really needed to. So we still don't have legendary insights because we stopped raiding Envoy armor as well. This is going to be a request. If anybody does regularly raid and they would like to extend an invite to somebody that's trying to finish their Envoy armor achievements, I would love to find a group to at least semi-regularly raid to start cracking away at that, because that's the only thing I don't currently have a plan for. It's kind of been the theme. I had a group, but I was not able to continue to raid with them, and I do intend to reach out to see if they're still going, but we'll see if they're willing to let me come back. So the next big thing is going to be Shards of Glory. You'll notice that Shards of Glory is done. And if we go down, I hit PvP level 100. I'm going to take us, and I'm actually going to show you, I did make a video about this where I hit PvP level 100. This was last week, end of last week, or mid of last week, I believe, is when I hit PvP. Last Monday, yes. So Monday of last week, I had a stream. I finished getting to level 100, and then I actually went and I purchased all of the Precursor Armor. So the only thing that I now need for my PvP legendary armor is going to be the gifts. The gifts of condensed might and the gift of condensed magic. Was that what I need for those? I could be wrong, but yeah, it should be, because so those are what I need, because I was showing you guys that I need the tier 6 and tier 5s. The crafting materials is the only thing, the tier 5s and tier 6 intermediate crafting materials. You can see I have everything else here that I need. These are my Mistforged Glorious Precursor Armor pieces that will allow me to craft the highest form, or the rarest, I guess, skin for the PvP armor. So that is completed there. So if we go back to here, that is why I have all of my Shards of Glory done, because I finished those. Now, skirmish claim tickets. You'll see we actually got 700 in the past month, which is pretty big, and we actually got over 100 in the past week. Speaking of, while we're talking about these, I'm actually going to take myself to we'll go to the home borderlands, because I think that'll be a good place to go from. So I do have enough to get either 2 pieces of the cheaper Precursor Armor, or I should be able to grab the most expensive. So we're going to go to the Skirmish Merchant, and you can actually see I've been playing a lot of World v World, so I finally updated my build. And we're going to talk to the Skirmish Merchant here. So we have 874. I was hoping to get up to 1050, but that was a little bit out of the question. So we are going to grab the Sublime Mistforged Triumphant Hero's Raiment. So the light armor set is what I will be making in World v World, which is funny because I'm not playing World v World on a light armor character. It's a heavy armor, and PvP was largely light. If we look at PvP, it's all Necro and then Mesmer primarily. 54% plus 11%, 65% of the time was on light. If you include Elementalist, well, Elementalist is not a significant portion. But we're going to purchase this. This will be the first piece of Precursor Armor for World v World. And you can see that I got the two skins for the armor there. We get the Sublime and the non-Sublime version. And we're going to go to the bank and make sure to put this in there. I am not touching these. I was tempted to put these on a character, but I made that mistake previously. So I'm just going to toss these in. We'll go down to where the World v World armor is, which is here. Gonna move these bubble bubbles out of the way. And we're gonna grab this, put it here. Similar to this, all we need is the Precursor Armor and then the crafting materials. That's all we need for World v World. And the biggest thing, we do have enough gold to get the Memories of Battle. It's going to be the Skirmish Claim ticket. So that's what we're going to be working on for that. I've been doing a lot of that on stream. Memories of Battle, you can see here, we're about halfway. We're going to do the same thing we did with the Shards of Glory. You can see I was at 5,000 out of 9,000. By the time I finish my Skirmish Claim tickets, I'll have over 3,000. Hopefully I'll have 4,000, but we'll have to buy quite a few of those. Hydrocatalytic reagents, as always, that's going to be off of their research notes because you purchase these with research notes. We'll do those later. We are also super close to the essences. In between here, I opened all of the chests and everything that I had on my character that was doing convergences, doing rifts, playing all that content. That was my engineer, and we are now 124 away for Fine Rift Essence. We're a little bit further here. We're 464 on the Masterwork, and here we are a prompt 64 as well. But once I get this done and this done, I can use my choice chests for Masterwork Rift Essences, so that I'm not worried about. Same with down here. We turned currencies, for example, the static shards into this. I actually had finished this. I had all 36, and then I spent 10 on minis on accident because it was an early morning stream, and I somehow convinced myself that 5 static charges was enough for the minis. So I was at 36, now we're at 30, but we'll get that taken care of. These, we've made quite a bit of progress, and we'll continue to do so. Research notes will be just a mad dash at the end. Because I don't really want to bother with that, or maybe I'll get bored and take care of that another time. Gold, we're up. Nothing crazy. We were higher than this. We were at like 500, but I bought the Guild Rider Warclaw reward track to get more Skirmish Claim tickets, because there's 250 Skirmish Claim tickets in that, which is awesome. World v World, we've actually gone up 140 levels, which is crazy in the past month. That's huge. I mean, that's 10% of the levels. That's also because I opened a whole bunch of Mist-hardened lockboxes, which I also did have a video for. PvP, like I said, we hit level 100. AP, got 370 AP. Not terrible. And then Volatile Magic, we also consumed all of our non-Difluorite Crystal Living World Season 4 currencies. So now we're sitting at 339,000. I can also show you guys how I'm doing on Difluorite Crystals, because that also factors into that. We did recently have a video about where I'm at for this, but 11,386 at 20 a piece is over 200,000 Volatile Magic in Difluorite Crystals. 220 to be more precise, with the extra 1,000 there. So yeah, that's where we're at for the project. We're making good progress. The biggest thing is I need to find a group that's willing to let me join them. I've been doing raids on an engineer build that's quickness, just DPS quickness build. I can update it and I can play other things if need be, but I'm looking for a group of people that'll help me. If we go to Envoy, we're at 4 out of 18. We still are working on the Spirit Weave and the Coagulated Ectoplasm. The rest of these I think are a little bit easier because I was just focusing on Wing 1 because you need to do Wing 1 so many times. But if anybody's willing to help me out there, I don't really want to pay people to just do this for me. I'm trying to avoid that, and I really want to get this done before they rework the raids in the new expansion in October. So that'll be the big thing for me that I need to find now. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date on these Legendary Armor Project videos, they're coming out once a month. The best way to do that is to subscribe. I do have other videos where I craft all the Gen 1 Legendary weapons. If I go to here, you can see I've got these. I crafted all of those in one go. I used 1 million volatile magic on trophy shipments. So I do some of those things because I like mass doing everything. It drives me a little crazy every once in a while, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.